By all means, dream big. Come to me with what your biggest dreams are. And if it's doable at this time, absolutely, let's jump in and do that. If we need to make some little tweaking to get you there, we're going to build that plan to get you there, but we're going to get you to your first step of getting into your home so you can start to build equity. Because every baby step you take in getting into that home, planning what your big decisions are to plan and achieving that dream is going to be achievable. If you wait too long and you just come at the end of the closing time or close to that, and you come with this massive dream, I don't want to burst that bubble of your dream because your dreams are realities when we map and plan them out. So give me the time to work with you to get to that dream and make it a reality for you.
So what is the average amount of time that you do need? Like what, people kind of go, oh, well, like is a week enough? Is 2 weeks enough? Like what is sort of the you're like, no,
Like, no,
yeah, like what does it take? Like 3, 4 days? I was told, by some people, oh, we could do this within 48 hours. What what, is it kind of the drive-through car wash mortgage, renewal? Like just, what is you keep saying like come in with some time, but sort of what does that time frame look like for
yeah.
somebody that's maybe distracted, they got a lot going on, like they're just like, oh, I've got 7 days, what is sort of a safe runway of time so
You
that
know,
you can get done what needs to get done?
that's a really, really great question. Because there's not only the time that I need to pull this together and have conversations with you, which can take 3, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. It can even take up to 4 months if
Wow.
you're planning something that's fairly big. When we're looking at renewals, I always say 6 to 12 months, let's start talking. When we get down into the trenches and we roll up our sleeves and, the information that I need from you, you may have it all at your fingertips and we can get that within 3 to 5 business days. But if you've got to go and find some forms like, some of your pay stubs or your notice of assessments or property tax bills or, anything like that, sometimes you don't have it at your fingertips and it's going to take you yourself 3 or 4 days to get that. So there we're looking at about 2 weeks there. And then once I also have all of the information from my clients and I put my applications together, um, I'm not the only one submitting applications at this time. There's, like I said, thousands and thousands of people that are coming up for renewals. And all of these people are trending into the same majority of lenders that I am. And right now, some of the lenders' turnarounds that I'm seeing, the quickest that I've had a turnaround, and I just did one within the last couple of weeks, but my turnaround on that one was 7 to 10 business days. And I had to put it in as a rush and say, hey, we had a subject removal coming. I need this rushed. I'm sorry to ask this. And I don't ask that often because the lenders that I work with, they know that when I go in and ask for something like that, it's really at an urgent end of the line time. It's not something that I do often. So I like to keep those in my back pocket and respect my lenders and my business development managers so that when my clients get into this type of a situation, that I have that in my back pocket to pull. But the average right now of most of our lenders that I work with are 15 to 20 business days for turnaround. So, that's 3 to 4 weeks. Yes, it could come back earlier, but that's the timeline that they're seeing with volumes in their back office right now to try and work on these files. So minimum, give me 8 weeks to 10 weeks minimum on a renewal.
Okay, that's really
And
important. So the
yeah,
7 days is not going to be enough.
oh no, oh no, no, because you know, even like with a straight renewal, there's still things that the lender has to go through with your straight renewal, and into the back office and that. But heaven forbid, if you're doing a renewal that you're trying to move and switch over because you're going to get better cash flow, better rates, better, even the client experience, like that is huge. I have had people move, sorry, just sort of jumped into that because that is so important. I have had people move not for rate, but for the experience that they are getting. And that is huge. So if even if you're moving because you want to have that client experience of someone who stays on your path, someone who's there for you through all of your events, celebrating and you know, even the good times, the bad times, whatever's happening, um, clients will move for that. Now, if you're doing that, you've got to add in that timeline of you've got legal documents that have to be signed. And usually a lawyer, you can get in with 2 or 3 days, but you got to keep that into consideration too. If we need to do an appraisal and it has to be a full appraisal, now we have to make an appointment with the appraisal to come in when you're home. So it's got to work around your schedule as well as the appraiser's schedule. So again, like I say, let's sit down at least 8 weeks before something's happening so that we can really start to go to work on it. Because the last thing I want is for me to get a file and I'm working till 2, 3 in the morning because I've got other clients as well that are in the same position as you are. I want to be able to give you that full attention. So short and long of it, please give me at least 8 weeks.